Hey guys, it's me Danny, and today I'm going to be doing my Heartbreak High Season 2 review, so 2, not 4. So, spoiler, if you haven't seen any of this, the TV show, please do not watch the video, but if you have, let's go on the video. So I'm going to be explaining you about the characters, and then I'm explaining my final thoughts, and what's going to happen for Season 3. So the first person I'm going to talk about is Anne-Marie. So Anne-Marie, you all know her from the last time. Let me just recap you last time what happened with her. They had that incest map, and it got viral and got very bad. So now, during to what's going on? What is going on with this thing? Sorry, I apologize. This thing's being silly. Oh my god, it's my mouse. Sorry. So, the plot line is this is going to be focusing more about the Buzz Psycho and getting to what happened to Buzz Psycho. Like, we get to know who it is. We also get involved into new characters. So, with Anne-Marie, she's developed for what I feel. I feel like with the whole incest map was just a bit too much. I feel like she's always at the blame, and it's like, we get it, like it's gone. It's like, we don't need to go back to it again. So she does make fun of it, of colour the incest map, because we're not shocked anyways. And Spider, she's being protective of Harper, so from what happened from last time, she got assaulted, and she, got sexually assaulted by Chuck and the other guys. So in this season, her and Harper are close now, so they get together. They made up from the last time I told you guys. In the last review, they made up. So now she's just picked up with her, just making sure she's okay, stuff like that. So after that, she sees Malachi, and they go to this room and they have sex. We're not shocked about that, because to be honest with you, are you shocked that they got together and they had sex? Not really. So I like that. This is one of my favorite scenes ever. I love it. Sorry, is when like Darren comes up to him, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm asking a question." Then you just see him go, "Didn't last a day." That is one of my favorite scenes. That is like, you can tell, like, girl, you got cut. You know what I mean? Like, he knows. But yeah, they know. Sorry, I'll say they. For Darren. Keep forgetting. So they know. You know what I mean? So yeah, after that, Anne-Marie starts to see a pattern that she starts to see Malachi's pattern. So she goes to Darren and tells him, like, oh, she don't understand about Malachi. She don't understand why is he like that. So, she's trying to have help. And then he was like, oh, well, he'll try to talk to him in it. So after that, they do have a fight, because it doesn't go well. They start to get into arguments because he keeps on shutting her out. And then when she tries to discuss his sexuality, he just wants to, like, shut her out a lot more. And she don't like that. So the bird cycle does frame her. So there's a bit where Harper is wearing a bag and she sees a bird. And so, because of that, she gets upset. Like I said, they fight a lot. The next day, so then after that, she does say that, she feels like Malachi is a creep. So she gaslighted her to be casual so he can mess with Rowan. So Rowan is a new character that came up, and she got to see a pattern with him and Rowan. She's like, oh, I can see this pattern. Like, come on. So after that, Anne-Marie does convince Darren to come with her to come out and check at the house to learn it's not him. So, like I said, explain about the birth cycle thing that's happening with Harper. They think it's him, so they comfort him. It was not him. It was actually not him, actually. They thought it was him, but it's not. So they want to be like, let's just confirm, you know what I mean? And, barging someone's house like that, like, girl, come down. So after that, we get to see that she becomes a candidate for Soul Captain, because everyone asks who's going to be, and she's like, me. So it was her, Sash, and Spider. That tells Malachi that she has more time with relationship. We got more relationship, that's fine. So, but then it doesn't go well, because she can see that something's going on wrong with her and Ronan. She does get upset with Malachi. They fight. There's a scene with the camp where the bird cycle is literally in there, and she's trying to figure out things, and Queen is like there for search and everything. So one of the recordings of Queen's recording, they recorded from her, and to frame Anne-Marie. So literally the recording gone to everyone. The recording, if let me see if I can find the recording. It's somewhere here. It's here somewhere, but I was trying to look for it. If it's not here, I'm going to have to look for something else, because I don't know where it is. So the recording was, I think, something about Malachi, how Malachi is. Let me see if I can search it. Hold on, my guys. Hold on. It'll give me 1 second. 1 second, guys. I beg you. It's just been annoying now. Anyways, you know what? It probably will come back to me, but I can't really look for it right now because I can't really see. I don't know where it is gone. Anyways, so the recording basically is just, I think the recording was really saying about like, Malachi and stuff like that, like, oh, how she, why is he creep, like, why is he still running? He's gaslighting me. So what I said before, like what I said about the gaslighting thing and stuff like she said, oh, right. So it says here that, so you can say that, okay, sorry about that. It's what I literally just said. I'm so sorry. So, you know, she said how she gaslighted her to because he missed Ronan. She adds to stupid to pull such a thing, cause herself to any right decisions against her. So, these kind of things she says, kind of things to people, and of course they're like, what? And they're all like upset with her again. So, that's the kind of things I want to try to say. So, yeah, Anne-Marie, because of the recording, everyone heard, she's like, oh, it could be Zoe, because she was with Zoe at that time. But it wasn't Zoe. So Anne-Marie started making campaign videos of Rowan and started to get a relationship. And then her and Rowan started to go on a date and start to get to know each other. Because, okay, so they go to a skate park. They go on a date at a skate park, which is like, why are they going to a skate park? And then when she goes and she remembers, and then she remembers a little bit. But then something triggers Ronan and it just goes what? Because he knows, but she doesn't know. So in this time, throughout throughout these things, we get to see that Anne-Marie and Ronan, she get to see that she basically, when she was a sister had the sister was on period. So what happened was that she got an abortion. But she was pregnant. And so she wanted to tell Malachi in his face, but he wouldn't listen. And yeah, she was like, what? So then after that, Malachi helped her. So in this time, Harper and Malachi helped her for that time, and she couldn't go to the thing for the election. So in this space was Queenie was an election. So then after that, Ronan heard about this, that she was like, you know, she texted him whatever. He got jealous, so she sent the picture to Ronan. He got a bit happy, but during this episode, Ronan was a bit, you know what I mean. All right, so in the ending, we get to know a bit more about Ronan and Anne-Marie. In the ending, she does go with, there's a prom going on, and she does go with Ronan. Something happens with Ronan, and he does something to her. So we get to know a bit more about that. And then there's a letter that Malachi gave to her that I'm going to explain that in Malachi when Malachi's here. Malachi's here. Malachi's not here. When I go to Malachi. Okay. So now, next, we're going to go to Malachi. So I need to stop with this accent. I really need to stop with this accent. I keep on doing this every single time. So please bear me 1 second. Okay, cool. So, next we're going to go to Malachi. Malachi, we see that in this season, he starts to search more about his sexuality. We see that he does have sex with Anne-Marie, like I said before, and they have a fling, whatever. After that, he starts to question his sexuality because he's getting to know a bit more about himself. He doesn't know. So when he sees like a banana or stuff like that, he not triggers, but he sees it in a way like, oh, I'm attentive to that. So when I watched that scene, I was like, oh, okay. He starts to hang out a lot with Ronan, as in he's a new student, of course, and then he gets to like him a lot. But he does shut out Anne-Marie a lot because she don't understand what he's going through because he don't tell her, and so that causes a fight. And that's what I said. The fight was caused because of that. And I feel like, you know, in my opinion, Malachi should have just been open to, what's her name? Anne-Marie. Because if you don't be open to someone, it's not going to work. Like, if you feel like, you know what, the relationship's not working, I'm still figuring out myself out, tell someone. Don't just shut them out and say, okay, whatever, and they have an argument. That's what I do not like. And I understand that, he's still confusing. He doesn't know what it is. He says, I think he said he's buying this one, but he's not sure. But yeah, so after that, he starts to have romantic relationship with so after he shot her out in that time, he went to kiss Ronan. How's that making sense to me? That's not making sense to me, because you can easily just be like, you know what, I'm liking Ronan, so it's okay if we were just free friends. That's it. Like, I think she just wants to understand him, but he doesn't give her that opportunity to understand him. You know what I mean? So they do get together, but then Ronan starts to figure out that he doesn't want to be in a relationship, so they do break up. There's a bit where they're in the what's it called? There's a bit when they're in the camping, and then like they all got high because Ants had some gummies, weed gummies. So they ate it, and then he was saying Amory, and you can tell that he likes Amory. And I think there was a bit when they were talking together and that, we're just friends. Let's just be friends and stuff like that. And then I think Malachi was like, okay. So I think after that he got upset because he liked him. He actually liked him, and you can tell by his face he really, really loved Ronan. It's a shame though. Anyways, so he talked to Missy, and she's like, oh, it's okay, you're in a bekow thing. Yay. So then it's fine, don't worry, you have to get better, better. You mean? So he gets upset, of course. He starts to have more feelings with Amory a lot as well. He starts to figure out that, he's figuring out that he can see that he saw that Amory and Ronan were together. So he's like, you know what, I'm not going to compete with that because I already know they're together. What's the point? So we start to understand a bit more and be like, okay, so we start to understand a bit more and be like, okay, well, Malachi is like, he's getting to the relationship, and he's understanding like, oh, it's not working. So Ronan tells them to stop, wait. So after a few days, they get together. So Amory and Ronan start to get together, and he starts to get a bit jealous, Ronan. So he tells him to stay away from her, and so he writes this letter to her, and this letter was actually in the end of the story. So in this letter, let me tell you guys, this letter was actually never ever read by her, because he put her in her locker and that's it. She never even got the letter. And I think there's a bit where he's talking to her and Ronan's over there, and like, he was talking to her fast, didn't it? Because Ronan threatened him to not stop, don't talk to her. So I think he didn't tell her she was going to stop. He just told her, oh, her girls are well. But you can tell from his face he does like her, and she likes him, of course. But yeah, in the end, we get to know that he moves to Switzerland. And yeah, but yeah, that's basically what happened with Malachi. There's a bit with Darren when he talks to Darren about bisexuality. So that was nice of him to talk to him about that. But yeah, apart from that, that's what I can say about Malachi. But I still think he's a good character, and I do feel sorry that I think he did really love both of them, but with how it was treated, it was just, Now we go to Rowan. So Rowan's a new character. So we get to understand that he lives in a farm, and we get to see that people like to make fun of him because of that. And we get to see him when he does the what's it called? He does the picture for the first time, so that's where we get to know him. He does something. I think he goes inside to the slots thing. He does go involved in it, anyways. Rowan confides in Malachi about feeling confused and spend time together. So Malachi, of course, speaks to him in it and tells him he's confused. He doesn't know, and he's like, "Oh, it's fine. It's okay. We can just take it slow." You know what I mean? Rowan mentioned to Malachi he's bisexual, so he's like, I'm bisexual and stuff like that. So that was very nice of him. And yeah, he does go. Like I said, we get to know a bit more about the character. He does have some mental breakdowns, like smash things and stuff like that. And at first, let me tell you something, guys. I do not trust this guy. And when I say I don't trust this guy, it's because I don't like him. And I feel like he had some red flags, which I didn't trust. And that's why I was like, no. We see that he starts to form a good relationship with Malachi. But, like I said before, he starts to understand that he starts to like Amory. And he starts to see that he's confused. So they broke up, like I said before. And then he starts to form a relationship with Amory, which is this to me shocked the hell out of me, because I didn't expect in my own life that he was gonna go with Amory. That was never my point. But anyways, He starts to get a bit controlling and stuff like that. That's when I was like, no, I don't like you. There were some things that I was like, oh my god, he's so evil. Like, when I saw the phone when I saw the phone, this is my reaction. When I saw the phone in his drawer and it was Quinn, I literally just put my phone in the floor and I was like, you know what? I knew it was him. Because I know when someone's always nicey, they always have a bad side to them. It's always the nice ones, yeah? And then in the end, they become evil. So yeah, I was very upset about that. I was like, what? You're telling me you're the bad cycle? I knew it. So like I said to you guys, you really know who the bad cycle is, it's him. So he talks to his brother, and his brother's kind of nice. He's like a nice person. And yeah, so, yeah, he gets upset with Marie in the end. And the reason why I say this, and let me say the reason. So when they were children, they were in a skate park and they were best friends, they were hanging out. And then they saw a bird and they buried him. And because of that, people were making fun of the person. So Anne-Marie, into her idea, she said, oh, it was his idea. So they made fun of him and she felt embarrassed. She didn't want to be involved in it. So I think after that, he ran and he stopped to like throw things. And then the brother was like, what's going on? He got very scared. So I think he went to see his mum. I think the brother went to the road and then he got hit. And I think that's when Ronan went to someplace else to get help. And then when he came back, that's when he was like, oh, he's coming. He basically wanted Anne-Marie to face the consequences. And basically he just locked her and Harper in the thing to basically say sorry. And I understand he's upset and everything, but don't discreet to say to you to lock someone like that. Like, you're crazy. Like, you're not killing ahead. So there's a bit with Anne-Marie when she's trying to save him. If I was her, I would not save him because I have enough of him. And Harper's saying he's delusional. Yeah, he's delusional. But yeah, in the end, I think she took him out and they talked to each other. And then I think she apologized, but she's like, oh, but I'm not the villain. So, and yeah, it was just, I don't know, weird. Now we go to Harper. So Harper, we get to know she's a great detective. In this scene, she starts to do a case and they asked to do a case, but she drops it because she said it's too much for her and stresses her a lot. We see the dead bird on Harper's bag. And it was dubbed as the birth cycle. Harper tells Anne-Marie to stop worrying about her and put your energy to something else. So then Harper feels overwhelmed and wants to drop the case, like I said. And Anne-Marie's like, okay, that's fine, you can drop the case, that's fine. Harper convinces Louise to let Cash back because she thinks that Cash should have opportunity because he was in jail, right? Then Harper is thinking of moving in. She's moving in with Anne-Marie, but she wants to move in with Cash and Darren. And Anne-Marie doesn't know this because she's like, what's going on? So it's later on finding out that that's when Anne-Marie found out and she's like, what's going on? Anyways. We get to see that Ant and Harper start to get close. And I think his feelings for her, he's scared to speak up. And Harper Malachi helps Anne-Marie through this painful... and then after that, Ant was just being honest. Like, he wants to see her as a friend, like how he learned from the sluts. He just wants to see her as a friend. He doesn't want to go for a relationship, that's it. So they do in the end kiss, and I think they get together, which is cute. Harper and Malachi are the ones who helped her for the painful process for Anne-Marie, so it was very nice. And yeah, that's basically it. Like, she basically wants to move in, and in the end, in the prom, we get to see her, and I think, like, she knows. She's like, oh, why are you behind Malachi? You don't need Malachi. And then she said, oh no, I love him, and you can tell that from Aurora. It's like, what? You love him? Ah! Plot twist. But yeah, that's all about Harper I can say for you guys. And also, Woodsy helped her with the driver license thing as well. Darren, we first commented it, and Darren is, he's still waiting for Cash and stuff like that, kind of thing. And then they went to the house, and he said to not show up to schedule meeting Cash in jail. So not to meet him in the jail, but of course he meet in jail. Cash grandma convinced Darren to break out with Cash because of what happened and stuff like that. And then, of course, he discusses, Malachi discusses to Darren, he's like, okay, it's okay. Woodsy barred Cash from school, prompting Darren's concern. That was very nice because when he came back, it was very cute to see them together. So I like that. Darren finds out all the sex stuff Cash did and those kind of things. Darren tries. Okay, so then Darren gets worried about Cash not coming to the party. So they have the party, and like between this, Cash and him starts to have like a boom because basically Cash complains Day. If I said he, I'm sorry, it said they. So Cash explained today that he is asexual, but Darren thinks Darren is very horny as a person, and they just don't, they want to have that sex in it, but he doesn't want that. So of course it has the argument, and Cash claims he wants sex, but he doesn't want all the time. Darren says it's okay, that it was okay for change the subject to impending housework. So let's change the subject, you know what I mean? So then Darren tries to stop a relationship with Queenie. So there's a bit with Queenie where they're making this thing for her birthday, and they make this thing for her to go to the zoo and stuff like that. They're doing time with the this is during the time with the what's it called? When they so this is her birthday, and this is during the time they were trying to make plans for her and stuff like that. So then they all make something for her, go to the zoo and wear like a frog thing and frog cake and stuff like that. Before this, Cash talked to her about the whole moving and her whole Amory doing campaign with Ronan. So this was a lot for Queenie, as I'm about to say to you. So Darren tried to start a relationship with Queenie, but she refused to talk to him because he told her, oh, that basically you just need to stop. Oh, then stop then. So then they're like, they're saying about rules. And then she's like, no, I've been doing it by your rules. So they have an argument, and it kind of didn't go well with Queenie and Darren, and didn't go well. So Darren goes to a no sex club because of the whole thing with Cash and of them breaking up. Darren walks out as Cash tried to explain about what happened. So basically, Darren saw Cash and Chuck together, and she's like, what's going on? And actually it wasn't something, it was actually being something serious. So they ignore Cash for a while. Darren heads to Jacob's place and sees Dusky instead. He's like, okay, what's going on? He ends up staying with Dusky, but then Darren comes to Cash about what he's been saying the past few days, and they clarify they're not split with Dusty, but Cash is doubtful, like, what's going on? So of course it goes to Dusty. But yeah, with Darren, their character is like, I don't like their character, how they treated Quinn. That's how I feel. I feel like they need to understand, like, you know, I know that they're trying to make her feel better, because basically in the camp scene, she got bitten by the snake, and she lost her phone, and because of that, they gave her a new phone, and she got upset. She's like, no, I want to do what I want to do, and it's like she can't do what she wants to do, and it's like upsetting. So yeah, that's what happened with Darren. Next one is Dusky. So in Dusky, we meet Dusky. You see him mostly with Darren and Cash. So Cash meets Dusky, and they confront him about to spend time with his boyfriend. He says that nothing happened, we didn't have sex. He also says that Darren is struggling to abstain, and Cash worries he's being selfish. He cannot give Darren the size he wants that makes him feel insecure. So that, of course, that makes Darren feel insecure. So he's like, okay, cool. Now Quinny. So Quinny, she's a detective of the Bird Psycho, and I really enjoy her character. She's going to be the one. So basically, when the Bird Psycho came, she started to get an investigation, and there's a bit with Sasha that I really enjoy. It was when she was like, oh, the succulent Chinese meal. Like she says how she's a vegan, but she'd be eating meat in a restaurant, and that is the most funny thing. So she got to see who's a culprit and stuff like that. She had like a map, and it showed everything that's going on. So she had Zoe, Chuck, Spider. This accent on me. I think Ronan was in it, and Malachi was in it, or something like that. So then she starts to think, ooh, who is it? They do figure out, of course. There's a bit where she got bitten by the snake, like I mentioned before. She got bitten by the snake before, and she lost her phone. After that, she was very, trying to kill the Bird Cycle, and they told her to stop. At first, they told her to stop when they were in Chuck, and they knew it was not true. Oh, no, it's fine. He's not there, so it's fine. And she's like, no, I'm going to keep on going. Then after that, when it came down after when she was, bitten and she had to go stay home for a few days, she still was looking for it. And they still told her, no. They said, oh, just leave it. And she's like, no, I'm not going to leave it. So when it was her birthday, and they gave her the cake and everything, they told her, I thought you just stopped it. I thought we stopped with this. And she said, no, I didn't stop with this. This is what made me feel, maybe do something that I really like. And I feel like it made her do something that she really liked. And what they just done, they told her, no, we'll just do something different. And it was changes, because she found out from Cash that Harper and Cash and Dara were moving together. And then Ari was making campaigns. Ari didn't know nothing about it. So look at the confusion that came up a bit. So that's why she was like, you know what? She shuts down. She pretends that, I don't want to talk to my friends anymore. I'm just going to pretend this is how you want me to feel. I'll make you how you feel. So she does that. And there's a bit when she goes to the club and Darren tried to talk to her, but she won't talk to her. She's like, no, it's fine. And even in the bit with the campaign, when Amory was sick, she was in the campaign. She did talk to Amory, but Yeah, it's just she was very upset. She just stopped. And that's basically it. In the end, Sasha did find out who it was because she saw a picture of Anne-Marie when she took a picture, and she was like, "Who is that?" And that's when she figured out who it was. And Sasha and her did end in the end. In the end, it said that Sasha wants her to be her campaigning, like to campaign to help her, and that was very nice of her. But yeah, that's basically it about Queenie. But I do face off her. I do like a character. Okay, so Cash claims to want sex, but not all the time. Darren Shaw that it's okay. Cash informs him of his plans to help Roger, but promised to be back, of course. He's like, oh, I have to go, but actually was helping Shook, of course. Darren looks at some point, he's like, okay, we'll be back for the party then. Then Cash meets with Shook for one last errand. They head out to pick up the drug order. Unfortunately, the boat developed issues and they end up stranded in this thing. They sit along and have an intense, honest conversation. Shook talks about having Cash a family. He brings up the troubled child and how he was there for Cash. And how Cash, and he's done with it, he doesn't care. And his own family is Nan and Darren, which is cute. They show up with True Fine feels like, and he said, oh, you know what, just stop saying it. But Darren Harper, after they see him with Chuck, is like, what's going on? So Cash explains to Harper that he's done with Chuck and he swears on his land. Cash also returns to school and breaks up with Darren during that time with the thing. He claims it's selfish of him to accept Darren to abstain, and Cash is pissed, so he visits Chuck. Then Chuck says he needs him back. So that's the time that Chuck nonsense. But yeah, we got to know that he's asexual, which is very nice. Now we move on to Chuck. So Chuck's character is, he restores Cash of their bond with Chuck. We see that he's not the person, he should be in prison. He should be in prison in all of it because he was trying to make him to go back and forth with whole road nonsense. So I didn't really like it that much. But yeah, he was just trying to be annoying. So that's what I can say about Chuck. He just wanted to, yeah. Missy is doing the fundraising with Sasha. Then some tension rises between Spider and Missy as they keep sniping each other. While high, Spider and Missy kiss and make out. Missy confused, says she always has Spider. She always have sex with Spider, but not the other way around. This prompts Missy to go to Spider's house, but she was expected to see Spider's mum there. So she was trying to, let's get together. Because she has some sex dream with him, she starts to feel like, oh, I kind of like him now. And yeah, it was a very weird pairing, let's be honest with you. Missy asks why she's not getting sex, learns that Spider can't get his thing up. Because apparently, like, I think he can go down her, but she can't go down him because his thing can't go up. That's basically what it is. So she is anxious about people finding out she's seen Spider. She asks to try to keep it down. Let's keep it a low profile. So in the house, they start to have a relationship and stuff like that, and that's when they were talking and everything like that, and that's when he got up, and then yeah, that's what happened. It worked for some reason. She asked to keep it down low. Missy calls him a coward and has to stay and fix things with memory and running. This is about Malika. So Malachi, I think Malachi in that time, I think she calls him a coward and was just saying fix things with memory and run. I think Missy was trying to fix things with Malachi, so I don't know why this made something wrong. So she wants Spider to change because she don't like what Spider is. According to her, Missy knows Spider's hopeless, which is part of why they kept the relationship private. Missy hurts feelings when she accuses him of pretending to change. She says she doesn't want to be with him and dumps him. Of course, Spider doesn't take this very well, of course. In the end, the party has revealed that Missy was the one who said that he left for Switzerland, was a Spider. And yeah, that's basically it. What can I say for you? Spider, during the slot, Spider voiced hate for the class and convinced all the Sisters boys to leave. That's Spider. The remaining students and a new group called the Cumlaws, Mr. Voss leading. The Cumlaws clash of Sleps Failed Use resulted in a rugby game, which won by the girls. Spider's mom, Kate, seems to be a man-hater and often talked about Spider like he wasn't there, told Missy some things, like stuff like, she dreamt that he was raping someone, stuff like that. It was so sad. Spider decides to admit he wants more. Spider loses cool during his debate speech and he and Sasha argue about gender issues, and yeah, it doesn't go well, but in the end, he and Missy do get together, which I like about that. Ant and Harper. So Ant is Spider's best friend, and we get to know a bit more that he started to get feelings for Harper, and refuses to have sex with her as he worries that Harper's not ready, and he learns something from the sluts, which that was interesting, that was cool. Ant helps Harper get a job. These two, they got things closer, nice to see their relationship, and she said that Ant is too stupid to pause as a thing. However, the mushrooms make Ant height as Kai height. After seeing this, the students eat the mushroom and start hallucinating. So this is the bot with the camp. They start to hallucinate and start doing these things. Ant took a weed of gummies and he started hallucinating and blaming his drunk tire for his girl problem. So that's when he had to open and cut his dick. So that's basically about Ant. But they do get together, her and Harper. With Sasha, her character's kind of developed, I would say. But I feel she's still a bit meanie. I liked the bit when Sasha and Quinn in the bathroom, like I said before, about the whole meat thing. That's what I was going to say to you. It was so funny. Also, you can see that she does help Quinn in the end of the bird cycle. And she's just like campaigning for the captain and with Missy, right? And she does get upset when Missy is with Spider, but of course it's alright. And like I said, in the end, she got to be friends with Quinn. So Zoe is Missy's cousin, and she retreats Harper very badly. So she's kind of like annoying. She's in a group of the No Sex Club, and she tries to victim shame Harper, and of course Harper getting a fine and goes to infirmary, and she starts to apologise to Ad about what happened and stuff like that. So she's part of the sex club. She says that she never had sex, she never masturbate and stuff like that. She's an app. And yeah, this is where Darren was, remember what I told you about. And they go like this. Like that. We get to see more characters in the camp and how we get to see, because they start thinking it's Zoe, but it was not Zoe. Then we got to know more about her, that how she uses Anne-Marie's vibrator to masturbate. And we're like, okay, so she can masturbate because she lied. And she was like, oh, I don't want anyone telling me. But then we got to know a bit more about her, and she was okay. But yeah, that's about it. But she wasn't the bird psycho. Timothy Voss is the captain head of PE and is an uber masculine sports teacher set up to put end to bleeding hearts of Harley High. He comes for Jojo during the slots and saying you're turning the girls into man haters. He continues to fill Spider's head with toxic masculinity stuff. He wants Spider to win the campaign to prove a point, which, this men. Voss believes the sports field should be more male-dominated. I'm like, okay. Rumour said that he joined the Russian cult, but people say that he left an open OnlyFans account. We get to see his character. He's very manly, and like I said to you, he feels like, it has to be very masculine. It can't be only women's. He's not a nice person. They go to the graveyard and they do that thing where they have to talk about their feelings and then put it in the dig, which I find so stupid. But there's bits when one says, "Oh, I don't want to be here," or there was some there that I said, "Oh, I don't want to be here," or Anne-Marie's done, or something about Anne-Marie, and I was like, what? So, like I said, they did the game with the rugby, and of course he didn't win with the girls, but he's a very loyal person. I feel like he's very like masculinity, like what I said to you before. There's a bit in the thing where they blindfold themselves and they put them in the forest. The children, the students, students. And you'd be like, what's going on? Yeah. And then after that, he just, in the end, he did cause the fire to come into the thing. He wanted to protest, but of course didn't go well. And yeah, he got in prison for that. Stupid idiot. But yeah. Woodsy is the nice principal teacher that I really like. She does help Harper a lot doing the case. Harper admits she's dealing with a lot from the case and feeling like a burden. She asks Woody to stop babying her. She says she needs to get clothes for a court appearance, car, and a space. So she teaches her how to do car and doing stuff like that. Woody's borrowed cash from school, like I said before. She's principal of the school. She's doing very well. She has a good relationship with Harper and with the other students as well. She's a funny character, and I really like her. And there's a bit when she had to like ban the slots and the other guys because it was just having a fight. But I do like her as well. So with Jojo, she's likable because I really like her. She gets along with the students. There's a bit where Joe is fighting with Timothy Voss because he's just disrupting the class, and he wants it all done. He's just annoying. So he's trying his best to take her out, but she didn't. And there's a bit in the camp where he left the students veranda in the woods, and she was like, I have to take them. Like, oh no, wait for 5 minutes. I'm like, no, I'm going now. So she was the one who basically saved Queenie, because Queenie would have died, This guy is crazy. When I say it's crazy, why would you put them in the woods? Okay, last but not least, we've got Nan. So Nan, she's very supportive of Darren and Nash relationship, Darren and Cash. Cash grandmother convinced Darren to reconcile with Cash, and there's a bit when she goes on a date with the husband and she sees them, and it was very nice. They had a little game together. She explained how Cash got his name. I think it was a dog. I think she talks about hold on a second, guys. I'm really being a second. Okay, so Cash is nicknamed given by its Chook. It's a celebration of the term and forms of forms of the group named Child and Addict and Self Harmer. He has a pet dog Crude, and I saved him from his uncle farm where he has to be drowned. Okay. So basically, yeah, referring to his mother. Okay, it says here, it's definitely referring to his mother. Trick is talking about how dog reduced to the label of a child of an addict and a self harmer. The mother was an addict and self harmer. It was all of his papers. Trick flipped. That's slowly labeled by taking the photo of above an annual cash. Yeah, that is sad actually. But yeah, she explains to him about what happened with it and how he kept the duck and stuff like that. But that is sad. Yeah, that is sad. But yeah, that's basically why she said the reason for that one. So she's a nice character and I really like her. Even there's a bit with the man when she's with the man and he's naked and you can just see him saying, "Okay, cool." That was bit was so funny. And you can see Darren's like, "What's going on?" Yeah, but so she was the one who told Cash to go to the formal. She said, "Oh, get us the advice to fight for the relationship, and there's no quitting." And so that's why I really like her about it. But yeah, that's it, guys, for all the characters and the scene. So I really enjoyed the season a lot. I'm excited for season 3 because they said they're doing a season 3. So let's see the letter, because this is the letter that was. Hold on a second. I deleted the letter. I'm telling you. The Malachi wrote. When I was upset that she didn't get the letter, I was upset at all. Wait 1 second, guys, yeah. So she said, okay, if I can find this nonsense. I'm sorry, guys, it's really annoying me now. I blessed. This is what I hate. Do you know what? I had it and it just came off of my hand. I found it. Finally, God's sake. Okay. I want you to know that thank you for being my first love. Thank you for still loving me when I fucked up. Sometimes I think we just met each other at the wrong time. You were the most amazing person I am. And I feel like in a short time we have known each other, I watched you became even more credible. I wish we could have made things work out. Maybe it would have been better if we met at 30 or 60 or even 80 in a nursing home. I guess shit is sometimes about timing. I thought about staying, but I just don't feel like I belong. I promise one day I'll. Unless it's love Malachi. I think, yeah, and then it cut it. This is what I said. I really and in the ending it's so sad because he cried and you can tell that she's looking at the stars and he's crying. He's holding the thing that she gave him. I think she gave him a keyring. And that's so sad because I really, really want them together. But apart from that, I have to say, I really enjoyed the season a lot. I really, really enjoyed the season. I thought it was a good season. I loved it. I think for season 3, because there's still season 3, I'm excited to see that. I don't want it to be like how we don't see Malachi because he moved to Switzerland. I want him to come back at least. Like, girl, I don't want it to be ruined. But I think everyone did very good with the roles. I think Missy and what's it called? Missy and what's his name? Spider shot me because I was like, what is that? But I did hate the teacher. I feel like he put toxic masculinity into Spider. And Spider didn't like because there's a bit where Spider's like, I don't want to be involved in it anymore. But yeah, and then with how I forgot to mention this, and of course the Woodsy, she gave the campaign to Quinn because she liked her, and I like that. But yeah, the season was really good. I would have to say I did enjoy it. But yeah, that's it, guys. Hope you guys like it. Give it a thumbs up. And my Instagram, my Snapchat, my TikTok. My Instagram should be there down there below, so please follow it. But apart from that, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Okay, and I'll see ya. Bye.